My name is Minister Katrina Richardson. I was healed from stage 3C breast cancer. For a young woman, it's scary. To tell you anything else would be a lie. So I want you to walk with me, okay? I want you to see what I went through. In 2018, I went in for my routine mammogram. Nothing special about it, right? I get the results 2 to 3 weeks later to tell me that all was normal, nothing to worry about. So around, I want to say it was like October, right before my birthday, I start feeling something in the right breast, because one of the things that they teach you is to always do self-examinations for yourself at home, right? And I felt something, and it was as small as the size of less than the size of a pea. But it was nothing. It was nothing for me to worry about, right? But the longer I kept going, the more I felt it. It was in the right breast. So what it did was make me go back and speak to the mammographer, radiology. Can y'all look at this? Make sure nothing was in there. I'm feeling something in the right breast is what I would tell them. They would come back with the report that there was nothing there. Your mammogram was clear. Okay, it was clear. So then the next thing I know, what I felt began to grow in the right breast. Now, I'm a woman of God. I'm a woman of faith. And I stand on faith, right? But I was scared. Something in my body was growing and I couldn't control it. It's a scary place to be, especially when you confess that you believe in God. And what I understood is that I was now having to go on a process. I was having to be processed, right? So they gave me a copy of the disc. The disc showed nothing. When I looked at it myself, nothing. But it was imminent that there was something in this right breast. So what I did was I began to complain and to petition until somebody heard me. So that went all the way through 2018, and now we're in 2019 when somebody finally hears me. Because every time I would touch that area, it was hot. Somebody who saw me that I work with, she seen me. She said, Katrina, I need you to understand. I'm going to tell you the same thing I told 3 other people. If you believe something is there, you don't stop petitioning for yourself until somebody listens. She said, the difference between you and the other 3 people, she said, you still living. More fear was ignited in me at that point, to the point I ran to call my doctor and told them what was going on. And without a formal examination, my provider sent over an order for it to be stat, which means ASAP. They needed to see me yesterday, basically. When I went in on February the 19th of 2019, I prayed before I went in. I prayed before they called my name. I prayed when they did the incision. I prayed after they went to look at the results. And even in my prayer, it came back that I had cancer. I was in disbelief because all I knew is that I'm serving God and I'm doing everything that He asked me to do. All I know is that I'm giving Him everything that I have. And you mean my reward is cancer? So in that process, I began to act like they said that to the wrong person. I'm a woman of power. I'm a woman with authority. But the truth was, I was a woman with cancer. So after it came back that I was diagnosed with this thing, I began to pray even more. I didn't tell anybody for a while. When I finally told my leaders and certain people that I prayed with, the only thing that I required of them was to keep me before God in prayer. Because at that point, I couldn't keep myself. I was so disconnected that I refused to pray because I was upset. If we want to tell the truth. As I went through this process, it required me to do the strongest form of radiation that they have. It's called the red devil. I began to tell the people in chemo that it was the red angel because I said I give no room to the devil, right? But this stuff made me sick. It made me nauseous. It made me throw up. It made me weak because every cell in my body was being wiped away by this stuff called chemo. Then after the chemo was done, I was told that they didn't see the tumor that was there. And the tumor was quite big. It was 5.3 centimeters in width and in depth, which means that it was growing down into my breast cavity and into my being. So even though they had no more evidence that the marker showed that there was no tumor, I still had to do radiation to solidify that it wouldn't come back. So not only did I have to take in a harmful chemical in my being, I literally had to endure radiation, which is like a burning to the outside of your skin. It was a hard task, but I'm grateful for the people who were there with me because I couldn't do it by myself. Those who believed with me. So on the day of the ringing of the bell, I knew I was healed because one thing that happened is that my energy was restored. My joy was restored. My hope was restored. And on the day that I broke the bell, I told them that I will not endure this ever again. And I spoke from a real place because I understand that by his stripes, I am healed. If he bears the stripes already, the healing is mine. So I want somebody to know out there, you are healed, you are whole, and it is so. And healing is for real. Amen.